Hey guys, how are you all? Welcome to Let's Start Story on What If Naruto Went Devil May Cry and Got Harem. So do 4 blue hearts. Comment, be sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video, and please share with your friends and watch till end. Also check out Patreon for I have upload Harry x Hermione uncensored spicy version, link in description. Kill the demon, you bastard, you killed him, you killed my husband. I will avenge my fallen clansmen. Those were the cries of anger from the villager of the village of Konoha as they persecuted a rather small child. The kid in question ran around the streets, his small legs carrying him as fast as they could. He then faced against a dead end. He decided to hide in a garbage bin till danger passed away. He waited for what appeared to be hours. The villagers decided to stop the chase, for now. Naruto then walked about and found himself lost in a strange fog that appeared out of nowhere. He then encountered a building he never seen before. It was a huge tower that ascended into the skies themselves. Naruto walked into it. The inside appeared to be Gothic noir. He looked around and saw the stained glass windows and an altar. Not that he knew what he was watching, but the items were unusual, so it piqued his curiosity. There was a table with an old body in it. The body was perfectly served, however, and Naruto took a closer look. Something inside him stirred. Naruto was not scared, but he felt scared as he approached. The body looked to be from someone in high-class society. His clothing, thought out of place for Konoha, looked to fit someone of great importance or rank in the civil area, meaning not ninja-related. He saw the body as an old person with white hair slicked back. In his eye he had a monocle and 2 swords on his side. One of the swords looked deadly and curiosity got the best of him. A translucent figure stopped him. Eep! Naruto yelped as he cowered in fear. Ho! Weaver, the person who stopped him, looked. No, rather was the same person as the one on the altar. The person looked at his own body and smiled as he sat in the altar. Who might you be and how did you get here? This place is supposed to be invisible to humans. Moreover, it should be nigh impossible to be able to enter here without the knowledge of this place. So tell me, who are you? The person said. Naruto put his arms defensively to protect himself. The translucent person frowned. The boy was scared of him, not because he was translucent, but rather because he had a fear of people. He then noticed the bruise and cuts over Naruto's body. Don't worry, I am not here to hurt you. As a matter of fact, I have 2 sons as well. They should be older than you thought by a good couple of decades, he said as he made a table appear. He asked. Thank you Ojii-san, Naruto said as he sat on the chair. The translucent person poured some tea for Naruto and sat down and listened to his story. The Arson's face was contorted in rage. He could never hurt someone who had such a miserable life. It seems some humans behave worse than demons nowadays. They've forgotten the sacrifices people have done in order to maintain the peace they now enjoy, the person said. Anyo, you never told me your name, Naruto said. My name is Sparta the Dark Knight. Little one, what is yours? Sparta said. Wow, my name is Naruto, but what is a Dark Knight? Naruto asked. A Dark Knight is a knight that has been conferred the powers of darkness. Though you might think darkness is evil, is not. Good and right are only ideas made after the fashion. Good or evil, it all depends on the person wielding the power. It does not matter what you are, what matters is what you do with it, understand? Sparta said. But what do I do? I can't leave this place, they will chase me all over again, Naruto said with sobs. Sparta shook his head. He never actually dealt with his sons, and now this kid was giving him the eyes, you know. When a kid wants something and he gives that look. The look of a puppy who you just kicked but is still yearning for affection. Yes, that look. Okay, you can stay here, Sparta said, giving up after looking at the little blonde. However, as Naruto smiled, a few of his wounds opened up and he fell into the floor in a small puddle of his own blood. Naruto, Sparta said as he tried to help. Naruto's color was being drained rapidly as he lost a lot of blood. Sparta decided to do the only logical thing he could think of. He lifted his sword and made a cut on his original body. He placed Naruto under the cut and allowed the blood to flow into him. My demonic blood should be able to save this child from his fate. However, if his will is weaker than my demon blood, well, I would not like to think what would happen, Sparta thought. Naruto's body then begun to glow in an supernatural orange hue. Then it turned into a feral red. Who dares disturb my slumber? I who is the great demon Lord Kyuubi, said the condensed Yuki apparition. Ah, Lord Kyuubi, it has been a long time since we seen each other. How long has it been? A millennia. 2 perhaps. Whatever are you doing inside a young boy? Sparta asked. Who are you to talk to me in such a familiar manner, you cur? Kyuubi said in anger. Sparta then glowed in an ethereal light and changed into a demonic form. His demonic form was of a human-sized demon, with cloven hooves, a semi-reptilian hide, a pair of sweeping horns, 2 pairs of insectoid wings and 1 pair of chiropteran bat wings. His body was covered in a gray armor with accents and overtones of Tyrian purple, and features ornamental decorations, such as gold trim along his crown, a vertical red gem in his forehead, as well as gold knee and elbow guards. Impossible, Bu. You died. I know it to be true. I was there. As a young kid, I saw how you closed the gates, how you gave your life for the humans we once hated and hunted, Kyuubi said. So, you are a lord now. My how times change, Sparta said in a demonic voice. Tell this humble servant what is thy biting my lord, Kyuubi said. Relax, I am not a lord. I want to know, how did you become like this? Sparta asked. Kyuubi then explained his plight, how he was manipulated and put into a trace by Madara, how the 4th Hokage sealed him in Naruto, and the Hokage's connection to him. I see, the village really deserved your attack if what you say is true. They imprisoned the Uchihas, they exiled Madara, then ordered an Uchiha to kill his family. Then came revenge, and so on. This cycle must stop, Sparta saw. It is he transformed back to his human self. You worry about him, don't you, my lord? Kyuubi asked. As I should be, it all ties up. After all, they see him as your reincarnation, but that is foolish talk. Once a demon is killed, his soul goes back to hell, or the soul becomes a demon arm for the person who defeat it. However, that is only the case if the person fighting the demon was a half-demon. Or a demon, or in my case, a devil, Sparta said. Yes, but I was not defeated, I was sealed into the body of this child, Kyuubi said. So, do you influence something on him? Sparta asked. No, my lord. Other than having a higher regenerative power and higher stamina and what humans call chakra, the rest is all him, just human, Kyuubi said. My blood should have taken effect by now, Sparta said as he saw Naruto breath a bit better. Wait, your blood? Are you nuts? Do you have any idea what you done? Kyuubi yelled. Not really, I don't know what will happen, all I did was save him, Sparta said. When a human drinks the blood of a devil, they become one themselves, well, not wholly but partially, like your sons, so now, Naruto is a descendant of Sparta as well, Kyuubi said solemnly. Please take care of him, my old friend, Sparta said. He then took Yamato and Force Edge and placed them over Naruto. The swords then disappeared into him. Train him well, we will not see each other again anymore, but if fate is kind, perhaps he might be able to meet with them, my descendants, Sparta said as the building disappeared into mist. Naruto laid on the streets being woken up by the falling rain of Konoha. Sparta, thank you, Naruto said as he closed his eyes, however he saw a blurry image of the Satame rushing towards him and ordering his Anbu to capture and execute the villager who did this. Naruto. Hold on, the Satame said as Naruto passed out. Several days later. Lord Hokage, I am not sure how to tell you this, but it appears that Naruto's arm has changed. It might be due to an infection or a side effect of a technique someone has used on him, however it does not endanger him, the medic ninja said. I see, good job, please make sure he is comfortable and release him once he recovers calm. Legally, Satame said as he left the hospital wing. However, many of the doctors ignored his orders, since they hated Naruto for being the container of their dread and pain. He was kicked out of the hospital promptly. Naruto looked at his arm, it looked really scary, so he decided to hide it with bandages. An eerie glow came from it, it had orange veins and a black contrast, his fingers were azure and glowing. What happened to me? Naruto said to himself. Power, more power, a voice inside Naruto's head said. Naruto turned around and found no one around, he decided to walk home and take a deep rest. Naruto's mind realm. Hey, who are you? A man with white hair and a red trench coat asked. Who am I? Who the hell are you? Naruto said in retort. Name's Dante. Kid, the question is, how did you get into my dream realm? Dante asked. I don't know, I just fell asleep, and wanted to contact Sparta OG-san once more, Naruto said. Sparta. You meet Sparta. Ridiculous, he has been gone and dead for millennia. I haven't seen the old man as well, Dante said. He then noticed something. You are not kidding, you carry his scent. Hell, will I be? It appears I got myself a little brother, seems dad's been getting busy, Dante said with a smirk. Actually, I am an orphan, I don't know my parents, Naruto said looking a bit downcast. Dante flinched with guilt, however he could not let his go, he meet his father, and somehow he carried a power like him. Tell you what kid, sometime soon, I will come over where you live, and we can talk in reality so we can learn about each other. On the meantime stay well, Dante said as Naruto woke up. Back in reality, Naruto opened his eyes, in his chest he found two swords, the swords of that man Sparta had on his side. A note fell from the roof, he read it to himself. As you found yourself awake. First I must congratulate you, you managed to come back alive, the other will be to give you a somewhat disturbing news, since you were dying I had to force you to drink my pure devil blood. Effectively making you into a hybrid devil, you now possess my powers as well as my weapons that I left for you to protect yourself and others. Remember the talk we had, what you do with this power, will be up to you. Farewell Naruto. On the bottom the name Sparta was signed beautifully. Sparta OJII-san, Naruto said as he grabbed the two swords. Naruto went into a clearing as he practiced with the swords, he unsheathed Yamato and images flooded trough his mind. What was that? Naruto said as he sheathed Yamato to stop the images. He pulled Yamato out once more and more mages flooded into his mind, he saw Sparta and someone who looked like him do the same move from different angles. Naruto tried to emulate them as he pushed forward, however he could not make the attack. KS like the ones he had seen, however the images continued as he practiced the moves over and over again. Night fell and Naruto was still on the training grounds, sweat came from him as though he was in a desert, his arms and legs twitched from tiredness, his breathing became more worked, he had been training with Yamato for 13 hours straight. I think I should head back home now, Naruto said as he carried his swords on his back. He passed out once he reached home, he had a strange dream that night. A person wearing a long blue coat with an insignia sewn into both shoulders, wearing a red zip-up hoodie vest underneath this coat. And what appears to be a navy cotton t-shirt beneath that. He has white hair and blue eyes, similar to Dante. He saw the man battle monsters 10 times his own size. And use his hand, that strangely looked similar if not the same, as his. The person was cocky, and bad-mannered, just like him, however he was older and stronger than him. Naruto then watched with FASC. Nation as he learned the secrets of the arm he now has, apparently he can now grasp things from far away, and alter and distort space-time as well, also it has the ability to absorb demonic powers as well. When he woke up it was time to go to his final class. He entered into the building, he wasn't smiling, he was looking like in a daze, he sat down and listened to Iruka's teaching for once. He listened and stood quiet. Paying real good attention, after classes he was called to make the Bunshin portion of the test, however he bombed it, he decided to dwell on it, however someone approached to him. Hey Naruto, there is something I need to tell you, said the second teacher Mizuki. After explaining to Naruto about the secret test, and how to pass it Naruto accepted and made his way through the Hokage Tower. Naruto, is that you? What are you doing here? The Saitame asked. Oriak no Jutsu, Naruto said transforming into a voluptuous blonde, effectively knocking the old man out of commission due to blood loss. He managed to steal a sacred scroll and went into a clearing to practice the scrolls. However, why hasn't this opportunity presented to me before? I smell something weird go. On, Naruto thought as he immersed himself into the learning of a particular jutsu in there. Cage, Bunshin. Sounds interesting, Naruto said as he applied himself wholly to that technique. Hours passed. There you are, I found you, Iruka said while smiling. So you did, then again I wasn't hiding, Naruto said with a monotone voice. He was kinda tired after all. Why are you here? And stole that forbidden scroll? Uruka asked. Mizuki-sensei told me that if I learned a technique from it I could graduate, Naruto said. Uruka tensed. I see, I suspected as much, come on out, Mizuki, Naruto said as he looked past the trees towards Mizuki, who had hiding in the shadows. Hey, so the demon brat saw trough it. I guess treachery runs in his blood after all. A fox is a fox, no matter what he disguises himself as, Mizuki said. It doesn't matter, I will show you what I do with traitors like you, be glad, you will be the first to test my new ability, die, judgment cut, Naruto said as he unsheathed and sheathed his sword in one fast motion. Mizuki laughed, ha ha ha, pathetic, to think the village feared you, die, Mizuki said. However, Naruto turned his back to him and finished sheathing his sword. Mizuki was skewered by a rain of slashes coming out of nowhere. People fear the unknown. Fear is only natural, however, have they even tried to learn the difference between me and the Kyuubi? I am his jailer, not the prisoner. Now meet the rest of them in hell, Naruto said as he walked away. Naruto, please wait, Uruka called out. Naruto stopped and turned to face Uruka. Thank you for stopping him. God know what he would have done with the scroll, so, Naruto, close your eyes, Uruka asked him. Naruto felt something a bit heavy on his forehead. Congratulations, graduate, Uruka said. Naruto smiled as he let a few tears of joy fall into the ground. Thank you, Uruka-sensei, Naruto said. Let's head back, we need to talk to the Hokage so you can get paid for this, you just completed your first rank mission, Uruka said. After hesitating, Uruka asked one more thing. That kenjutsu, did it come from the scroll? Uruka asked. No, I learned it on my own. The only technique I learned from the scroll was the Kage Bunshin, Naruto said. I see. So, Naruto, where did you get those swords? Uruka asked. A nice man gave me this, along with a renewed spirit, he saved me one night. I was about to die, he gave me his blood so I could survive. And now, he also gave me these, Naruto said signaling his two swords. Did you name them? Uruka said. No, they came with their names already, this one, pulling the okatana, is Yamato. And this one has two names, signaling the sword, his sealed form is called Force Edge, his unsealed form is called the Sparta, Naruto said. Well, that kenjutsu is beyond what I ever seen, so keep practicing at it, Uruka said. I was planning on doing that, Uruka-sensei, Naruto said with a smile. Come, I'll buy you some ramen, Uruka said. And that is how that night Naruto gained the trust of Uruka and started down a path towards his ninja career, towards the path of the Hokage. Till date Naruto is still unsure he would meet Dante sometime soon. Somewhere else. Hey lady, why are you here? I thought I settled my debts with you, Dante said with a smirk. Knock it off Dante, we got work to do, we just been hired, some place called Konoha, there is a demon of great power capable of destroying mountains and such, lady said. Great, I was getting bored lately, maybe I could even get a few mementos as well, Dante said. The person who hired us is called Danzo, lady said. And the reward? Dante said. He is using gold to pay us, lady said. Interesting, very well, I was running out of money for pizzas and tomato juice anyways, let's head out, Dante said. Do you even know how to get there? Or where there even is? Lady asked. I was hoping you could tell me that on the way there, Dante said. I will be the one taking you there, said a person appearing from behind lady. The person who an animal mask and had a usual outfit, however as he was sent by the person requesting his assistance he decided to not be a wise ass. Well, at least till he got paid. Please follow me, said the person on a mask. This is like Arkham all over again, Dante said laughing. Step into this summoning circle to make a reverse summoning, the person with the white mask said. A bright circle encompassed them and then they found themselves in a blinding light. A moments later the scenery had changed, they have arrived in what looked like a forest. Where are we? Dante said as he looked around. We are in Konohagure no Sato, the village hidden in the leaves, where a powerful demon has taken refuge. The demon is masquerading as a kid, so do not be fooled, the person said as he vanished in a swirl of leaves. Interesting exit, but how do we find the kid in question? Dante thought out loud. As if it were a divine answer, a small manila envelope dropped from a tree. The picture and stats of the demon were shown to him. Come on lady, business is calling. Come on lady, business is calling, Dante said. They entered the village, however the guard gave them a bit of trouble, that is until he learned that they were demon hunters. Give the demon hell, said the guard as he smirked. Dante looked at him once over, he was feeling something odd of this village. Then he sensed something and looked behind. There was someone with a park with hood and a white mask, but Dante sensed it was a different person, however he did not like being watched. Hey, come on out and stop trying to trail me, is getting on my nerves, Dante said as Lady turned around and drew out Kalen Ann. Sorry about that, but is costume to have an Anbu guard trailing newcomers to the village, just standard procedure, said the Anbu as he disappeared once more. What are they? Ninjas? Dante said mockingly. Why yes, you came here without knowing. Kanahager no Sato is a predominant ninja village, said a young boy. Why would a ninja village recruit my services? I heard that they sealed up a mayor demon back in the day in here, could it be that the demon became unbound and possessed someone? Dante thought. Judgment cut. A.V. OICE said as purple spheres appeared and slashed trough the trees. Round trip. The voice said again as scarecrows rose from the ground into the air. Virgil. Dante said as he recognized those movements. Aerial rave, the voice said as he slashed through the scarecrows in midair. Dante then saw it. The form was sloppy, whoever it was, he was damn sure it was not Varigal. Virgil was a perfectionist and would never show a move that was not ready or incomplete. Air raid, the voice said with more emphasis this time. He then saw fireballs being launched. Okay, this is confusing, the only person who can do that is Virgil. But I am sure he is dead, so who can it be? Nero. Not likely, he uses his Red Queen most of the time. Yamato is inside of him and only can be summoned when he is in Devil Trigger mode, so who is it? Dante thought to himself as he ran to where the voice was coming from. The voice said as he plunged the sword into the scarecrow. The person was a young blonde boy, 10, maybe 13 years old. But that was not surprising about it, no, what was surprising was the fact that he had two swords, two demonic swords to be exact, Yamato and Force Edge the Sparta, a human who he those swords would be driven mad by the power they possess and would ultimately be corrupted by them. However the boy looked like he was earnestly training with them, realization then hit Dante. Kid, Dante said. Naruto then stopped and turned around, and saw him. Dante. Is that really you? So you were real? Naruto said excitedly. Nice to see you around, I thought you were a figment of my imag. I nation as well, or a demon who snuck up on my dream. Like nightmare or something, Dante said as he patted the young kid. So I gather you wanna be a demon hunter, since you got two devil arms with you. Dante said as he caressed Yamato and Force Edge. Demon hunter. What's that? I wanna be Hokage, Naruto said. Let's see how good you are, Dante said as he pulled out his twin guns and shot at him. The whole thing went in slow motion to Naruto's eyes. He pulled Yamato and saw a replay of a scene similar to it. First he twirled his sword around and made the bullets go around using centrifugal force, and Naruto used the centrifugal force and threw the bullets back at Dante, who split the bullets in half with his sword rebellion. Not bad for a brat, but I guess you are imitating right now, if I you. Correctly the sword is showing you images of the previous owners, am I right? Dante said. Somewhat, but I can only remember Sparta OG-san, Naruto said. Dante then chuckled, then he laughed. Man that's hysterical, Pops would pop a vein if you called him that, Dante said hollering. Dante, do you think you could teach me how to use these swords? Naruto asked. Sure thing, is the least I could do. To a new descendant of Sparta, Dante said as he whipped out his own sword. And nothing is better than actual combat, Dante said with a smirk. Boys, Lady said as she sat down on a rock. Judgment cut. Naruto said as he performed the attack, however Dante slashed through it with his own sword attack. Drive. Dante said as a red energy wave came from where he had cut. Naruto managed to avoid it, however he received a slight injury from the attack. Wait, do you even know how to use a style? Dante said as he rested his sword on his shoulder. What's a style? Naruto asked. You kidding me? I got to pound the fundamentals on you, Dante said. With that said, he took Naruto to train, unbest known that the boy he was training was in fact his target to kill. What is a style? Naruto asked. Style is a form of attack or defense used in combat. With the sword you are holding, the Yamato, the Dark Slayer style would suit you best. I never been proficient on it, but I know the basics of it, and a bit more, Dante said. Watch this, quick draw, Dante said as he drew the sword so fast, the air pressure slashed the trees nearby. The basic of the Dark Slayer is the ability to use a freakish amount of strength and speed of the draw. Combined with the ability to use what I call air trick, to confuse and gain advantage on the enemy by shrinking the distance between both of you in a blink of an eye. Dante said as he used air trick to get over lady who was quiet a distance away. In order to use air trick, you first need to accept your new begin, Dante said. What do you mean? Naruto asked. You need to accept that side you hate. You are now a half-devil, you must accept that and pull the power of the devil inside you in order to use this styles, Dante said. How can I come in terms with it? When all my life people called me demon, monster and the such. Also being hunted down by the villager and being denied good quality food and a roof till a year and a half ago, Naruto said. Sounds like you had it rough, but don't worry, after I teach you all the styles I know no one will be able to touch you, Dante said as he charged. Naruto then drew Yamato to counter rebellion and attacked with force edge. Dante used air trick to avoid it on the last second. Whoa, easy there, I am gonna get more serious if I am gonna teach you to unlock your devil powers, Dante said as he disappeared and brought out a set of twin swords. The swords exhaled air and fire, making a fire maelstrom. Yeah, Naruto yelled. The Anbu stationed watched with delight what they thought was the end of the demon. Naruto got out of the fire but was burned in some places, however he was beginning to regenerate. There you go, now your healing is beginning to show. Devil can withstand what humans consider fatal blows with ease. If only you accepted what you now are, Dante said. And be what I loathed, they called me demon, murderer, Naruto said. I think you got the wrong idea, a demon and devils are by essence two different things. Demons are beings of no emotions, they care nothing more than killing, a devil can choose between good and evil, that is the difference, Dante said as he pushed Naruto with his sword. However, Naruto stood his ground using Yamato and force edge. Crawl, Dante said as he pushed his swords on the ground. A carpet of flames erupted towards Naruto, who managed to dodge the attack. The boy moves well, Agni said. Yes brother. Thought a brat, his moves are polished somewhat, he is a diamond on the rot, Rudra said. Then let's increase the pressure to see the quality of the outcoming diamond, shall we? Dante said. Million slash. Dante yelled as he swung his swords around in a frenzy. Both Agni and Rudra shouted and yelled as Dante slashed out. Silence. Dante yelled annoyed and slashed powerfully with both swords as Agni and Rudra quiet down. Naruto was blown away by the sheer force of the attack. Gia. Naruto yelled as he was trashed by the attack. His hands were numb and let go of the swords. A bunch of burn marks and calluses could be seen on them. Not bad kid, not bad at all. Now come with me, I am gonna show you how to use the sword master style. A kid like you has he same disposition to it like me to it, basically is an all-out attack. After that I will show you how to do the trickster style, Dante said with a smile. Somewhere close by, I repeat, the demon slayer has been fraternizing with the target, said an Anbu ninja. Damn it, we must take him out, he is now training the target, said another. Wait for them to go somewhere isolated, we will take care of it. Then, another Anbu said with an evil smirk. Back to Naruto and Dante and Lady. Okay, to start trickster, basically means using your devil energy to move around in order to surprise your opponents like. So, Dante said as he disappeared in a crimson light and appeared next to Naruto. To use air trick you must wrap yourself with the devil energy, visualize it and make a string with it, now wrap that string around where you wanna go and sling yourself there, that's all there is to it, Dante said. Naruto had trouble accessing to his devil powers since he had never actually used them before, since he was a human. Maybe we need to up this a little more, Dante said as he whipped his sword rebellion. If you don't pull your devil power, you will die you know, Dante said as he disappeared and appeared to slash Naruto. Naruto managed to block the sword but was thrown away by the sheer force of it. Helm breaker. Dante yelled when he appeared above Naruto and slashed downwards making a crater on the ground. Naruto then felt it, the air being sucked away from him, the deadliness that Dante was hiding, the killing intent. He knew if he couldn't at least defend from that powerful individual, he would be dead for sure. Stinger. Dante cried out as he dashed forward with his sword in a thrusting manner. He was a hair away when everything stopped for Naruto. You fool. You still going on about T again and again, damn, you are not worthy to carry Sparta's blood in your veins now, said a voice in his head. So stop bitching of it and accept the gift that was given to you, thought unworthy you. Now possesses the ability and power to surpass any other, you might even be able to kill me should we ever have meet, the voice said. Who are you? Naruto asked. I was your former tenant inside your bod. Why, I am the Kyuubi no Yuko Lord of Hell, but that is not important, time has stopped in your mind. The attack is still going on, but an eternity could go on in your mind without affecting the outside. So listen closely, the power of the devil is not evil unless you will it to be. Understand this already, Sparta had high hopes from you, do not disappoint him, Kyuubi said as he vanished. Naruto then begun to glow in orange and red ethereal light, then his eyes glowed red. From that day forth, my arm changed, and a voice echoed. Power. Give me more power. And if I become a demon, so be it. I will endure the exile. Anything to protect them, my precious people, Naruto said. Then his arm cast shattered revealing to Dante something new. Devil bringer. But then, no, his is different, Ner. O's is colored different, Dante said confused. Dante, what's going on? Lady asked. I don't know, but I think I am about to get a good workout, Dante said as Naruto disappeared from his sights. He eared above him, helm breaker, and from behind, stinger. And, streak, from the front. 3 Narutos. Impossible. Unless, no, he can't be using the doppelganger style, I am the only one who can use it, so then, what is it? Dante thought but was too late to dodge. He was impaled in a 3-way and fell in the floor. Not bad brat, Dante said as he fell in the floor. The other Narutos vanished on an expel. Oding smoke, Naruto's aura then vanished and returned to normal. Is he? Naruto said feeling guilty for not being able to control himself. Not even a little, I remember he was stabbed like that when we first meet, also I shot him between the eyes, he is fine, lady said. Dante then started to laugh. Ha 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 ha, congratulations kid, you gave me one heck of a workout, I never thought you actually could hit me, I deserve that for underestimating you. Good job, now you can use the styles with that power, Dante said with a grin. Growl. Dante and Naruto blushed after hearing their respective stomachs growl. Do you guys have a pizza pace or something? Dante asked. Pizza. What is that? Naruto asked. You never had pizza. OMG. The travesty. Dante said. Come with me, we are gonna get some piz. Za even if I have to make it myself, Dante said. And that is how this crazy venture started. After buying the ingredients for the making of the pizza. If I remember correctly first we must make tea. Pizza dough, Dante said as he put on an apron and a chef hat, and gave Naruto an apron as well. Lady was contorting her face in the vain hope of holding her laughter at seeing Dante with that outfit. Dante then threw the pizza dough in the air as it spun around. Naruto, I want you to open that can of tomato paste as I cut the other ingredients, Dante said. Naruto then used the can opener to open tea. And Dante threw all the ingredients into the air. Air strike, Dante said as he hit them all and made them float in the air. All the veggies and meat were perfectly cut with the attack and then the pizza dough fell and Dante put it on the table. Now we need to find a pit fire to cook this baby, Dante said taking the uncooked pizza. They went to a training area and Dante begun hitting the ground with his sword. All of that, for pizza. If you only put that much effort on paying me back then, Lady stared at Dante. Come on lady, pizza is much more important than money, Dante said as he added the final toppings on the pizza. Agni. Rudra, Some fire please, Dante said as he swung the swords and made the kindling fire up. He then put the pizza on a small rack and closed the rack with some bricks and mortar. Let's sit down for a while, maybe we can learn a bit of each other, Lady said. My name, well as you heard I call myself Lady nowadays, so that is the only thing you are getting from me. Something you should know, if you ever use rouge you can bet your ass I will be the one hunting you down personally, Lady said. Naruto chuckled a bit nervously. Well, as you know I am Dante, one of the twin sons of Sparta, well. Not anymore, I am the last of the twins. Apparently there are two people who now share a lineage with Pops. One would be you, the other one would be Nero, he possesses an arm exactly like yours, Dante said poking the devil bringer. So, that was Nero, the one I saw after this arm came to be, Naruto said. Yeah, Nero acts like I used to, however he doesn't use a style like me or my late bro does. He uses a style using his own modified sword, the Red Queen, a sword modified to expel a fuel that will burn after he ignites it with a hit of his sword. Very flashy if I say so myself, Dante said. They started to talk and chat about their past experiences and about his adventures. Then, from the trees came two squads of masked ninja. Devil Hunter Dante, you have failed to eliminate the target and moreover have fraternized with it, even to the length of teaching him more powerful techniques. He could endanger this village with those techniques. Why did you not finish off this foul demon as you were hired? The Anbu asked. Cause you dipshit, it happens that this is not a demon. You lied to me, and almost set me against someone who happens to be related to me, and you got the right to tell me anything. Dante said, eyeing at the Anbu maliciously. Need help? Lady offered as she whipped out Kalen Ann. Lady's first lady, Dante said with a mocking bow. Lady then shot the RPG rocket-propelled grenade and blew the Anbu out of the clearing the area, however the Anbu turned into wood trunks and surrounded them. Well, I had my warm up with the kid, might as we LL show you why you should mess with family, Dante said as he made a pair of gauntlets that glowed in a holy light. Real impact, Dante said as he hit every single Anbu with a blast of light. The Anbu laid on the floor unable to move but pretty much alive. Damn bastards, they told me something about a demon and ends up being a stupid backwater village who hates what doesn't understand, Dante said whipping the dirt off his weapon. Whoa, that was overkill, Naruto said. Relax, I didn't kill them, Dante said. Then he sniffed the air. Pizza, Dante said as he hurried to the makeshift oven. He pulled it out of the burning fire and used Cerberus to put the fire away. He then cut it into symmetrical slices and gave one to Naruto. Is delicious. Almost as delicious as ramen date bayo, Naruto said as he ate the cheesy pizza. Damn right, pizza is the way to go, Dante said. Just give me a slice, got to watch my figure, Lady said. Who cares, you are a demon slayer, you burned it all out and a bit extra with that, Dante said. Bang, Dante got shot in between the eyes. Son of a bitch, I might be a devil but that still hurts, Dante said as his body pushed the foreign object out of his body and healed the wound. A lady is always proud of keeping her figure, no matter what kind of job she does, Lady said. That is one scary Nei-chan, Naruto thought to himself. Then realization hit Naruto. I am gonna be late. Naruto yelled. Late? For what? Dante asked. My team placement. Damn, how can I get there fast? Naruto asked. How about I give you a ride? Dante said with a smirk. Don't you dare, Lady said. Too late. Dante took her motorcycle and rode off with Naruto on the back. If you even scratch that thing I will work it off your hide. Lady shouted. On the road. IAMGONNADIEEE. Naruto shout. Ed as the motorcycle speed away on Konoha. So kid. WHITCH building is it? Dante asked, shouted. That one. Naruto shouted. Then Dante drove directly into the wall. I pray hell is better than my Lee. Fei, Naruto said as he consecrated his soul to Buddha. Come on kid. This is getting crazy. Dante yelled as he made the motorcycle run up the wall and crashed into the class. GYAAHH. We are under attack. The kids and senseis shouted. The debris and dust clouds settled down and the image of the white-haired half-devil and the blonde half-devil, unknown to them, was seen with the strange vehicle. This is your class EH. Well, have fun, Dante said as he jumped out of the building with the motorcycle. I am not to be held responsible for that wall, Naruto said in a deadpan tone. He then sat down with the murmurs and whisper. Naruto, what are you doing here? Only graduates can be here today, a boy said. Shut it up, Shikamaru, is as you say, too troublesome to explain, but I passed, Naruto said, pointing at his headband. Ah well, never mind, Shikamaru said as Naruto sat down. Sorry for that abrupt interruption, however we will continue with the team's placement. Team 7 will be formed of Haruno, Sakura, Uchiha, Sasuke, and Uzumaki, Naruto, Ruruka said. Great, I am placed with the emotionally retentive asshole, Naruto said what he was thinking out loud. Snickers from the males. ND furious glances from the girls and Sasuke were directed at him and about what he said. Please wait in the respective classes for your Junin instructor, Ruruka said as he left the class. Sasuke just stared at the blonde with immense hatred and Sakura just looking at Sasuke with heart-shaped eyes. Will I be able to survive this team, let alone get along? Naruto thought. Naruto and his new Tei. Waited for half an hour, 2 hours. Where the hell is our Junin instructor? Naruto said, getting impatient. Then Naruto decided to pull a prank on the Junin. He made a series of complicated traps. Naruto, you are too childish, Sakura said. Sasuke said as he stared at the blonde. He had just noticed 2 swords on him. One of them was an okatana and on his back was an interesting sword, somehow he could feel some sort of power emanating from both swords. Hey, Dobi, where did you get those swords? Sasuke said. It was a gift, Naruto said as he caressed the swords. I hope you see, and at least use them, Sasuke said with a smirk. Oh, you will be surprised, Naruto said as he rested on the desk. Then, suddenly Naruto could hear a lot of traps being set off at the same time. My face. Oh god, my eye, a voice could be heard from the hallway. Sasuke and Sakura looked at Naruto who was smirking. The door then opened and revealed a one-eye ninja with mousetraps all over his body. Okay, who did this traps? The Junin asked. Naruto smirked as he saw the Junin with all the traps on him. Kakashi managed to peel out all of the traps. Very well, good job on the traps, whoever it was. Now everyone please come over the roof in an hour, said the Junin. Naruto exited the room with a grin but was stopped by the Junin. I need to have a few words with you, the Junin said. Naruto however vanished in crimson light. Whoa, that technique, it looks like, but it can't be, sensei, perhaps your son will surpass you in time, the Junin thought. Naruto went over to find Dante, which was an easy task. He stood out like a clown in a corporate office. Naruto's eyebrow twitched as he saw Dante playing on an odd guitar. I am too sexy for my shirt, as he took it out, making a lot of girls pass out with a joygasm. Do I even want to know what is going on? Naruto asked lady who was playing billiards. Not really, Dante just enjoys being the center of attention, lady said. What is the weird guitar anyways, Nichan? Naruto asked. That would be Nevin, a devil arm. She was a devil with a feminine form. She was called the Lightning Witch, thought succubus would been more precise, Lady S. Aid with her eyebrow twitched in annoyance of the memory. Hey, Naruto. Come on over here, Dante said. Naruto walked hesitantly and reached Dante. I got something for you, I never liked this devil arm. So you can have it, Dante said as he handed a gothic-looking backpack. This is called Lucifer. Is able to spawn a countless number of spectral swords to hover around. Swords can be rearranged, thrown, or wielded. And will explode either after a short duration, or at a command, Dante said while putting it on Naruto. I also heard you have your own team, be sure to work with them and after your mission. Also, keep your devil bringer hidden, people wouldn't understand, and by what I can gather, people already want to kill you and are just looking for an excuse, Dante said as he patted him. Good luck, little shinobi, lady said as she gave Naruto a kiss on the forehead to the dismay of the whole bar. Thank you, Naruto said as he dashed away with his face still red from the innocent kiss he had with lady. I kinda like this village, lady said as she continued playing billiards. Well, they do make excellent strawberry sundae in here, Dante said. Naruto used his devil bringer to grab the ledge off the roof from the academy and propelled himself by using it. Amassing. This is so cool, Naruto said as he took more speed. He then reached the ledge and pushed himself upward and landed on the roof. The others haven't shown up yet, so he decided to cover his devil bringer once more. The door then opened to reveal Sakura and an emotionally distant Sasuke. You guys are late, Naruto said. Hey, Dobi, what is that thing? Sasuke said, pointing at the backpack. Yeah, it looks kinda scary, Naruto, Sakura said. Oh, this is another gift I got. It's called Lucifer and I can create unlimited amount of swords. Unfortunately you must have a special condition to use it, Naruto said. So can you show us what it can do? We got time to spare if the teacher is coming late, again, Sakura said. Naruto jumped as whipped out the stakes from Lucifer. First I whip it out. Then I thrust it. With great force. Every angle. It penetrates. Intel. With great strength. I ram it in. Naruto said. He lands with a rose in mouth. And the camera shows that he has made a heart shape out of spikes on the wall. In the end, Naruto said. He snaps his fingers and the spikes explode, causing the gate to break. We are all satisfied. And you are set free. Naruto said. He tosses the rose at the remaining spike in the middle of the heart shape. And then the heart cracks into two. Naruto stood about the explosion, his hair ruffling about. Nice weapon, I wonder if I could get one like that, or even better, Sasuke said. Is very dangerous and hazardous to get, and it could prove deadly to you to even touch it, Naruto said. Come off it, let me try it, Sasuke said. Sasuke don't. Naruto yelled a bit too late. Gyahhh. Sasuke said as his hand was burned. You think yourself to highly Uchiha, but we can see your heart and soul. Revenge and loathing and hatred to yourself. You are not strong nor have the blood to wield us. Too bad, you will remain like that till you learn the truth about him, and your family, a voice said in his head. Leave me alone, Sasuke said as he rammed his head towards the wall. Sasuke. Sakura said horrified. I told you not to touch it, if anyone other than me and the person who gave it to me, their own fears will consume you, Naruto said. And since your soul is weaker than the weapon would devour you and make you its slave, Naruto added. Naruto, that is a dangerous weapon, even for you. Get rid of it, Sakura begged. I can't, or rather, I won't. This weapon shows my resolve. As long as my spirit is strong, I will keep going, Naruto said as he threw a bit of water on Sasuke. Wake up, Tem, Naruto said as Sasuke was woken up. What the hell happened? Sasuke asked. What happened is what I told you not to do, Tem, touching things without permission, Naruto said. Well, everyone is playing nice it seems, so how about we get things started, the Junin said. How about you start? We don't know anything about you, Sakura said. Well, my name is Hitaki. Kakashi, I got many hobbies, however my dreams are my own, Kakashi said. That was informative, Sakura said in annoyance. You there, the one with pink hair, go, Kakashi instructed. I am Haruno Sakura. I like, well as a boy, and who I dislike, is Naruto, my dreams of the future, squeal, Sakura said as she blushed. Okay, we got a fangirl, Kakashi thought. Okay, you next, Kakashi said pointing to Sasuke. I am, Uchiha Sasuke. I don't have any hobbies, but I have a goal, to kill a certain man, Sasuke said. Okay, now an Avenger, Kakashi thought. Okay blonde, your turn, Kakashi said. OSSU. I am Uzumaki Naruto. My favorite thing is training on different styles and developing a closer relationship with my devil arms. And lady, my dream, to become the next Hokage, Naruto said. Kakashi smiled inwardly. Okay, meet me tomorrow at Training Ground 7 for the Genin test, Kakashi said. But we graduated already, right? Sakura asked. Oh yes, that test was to separate the hopeless, the real test begins tomorrow. One word of advice, don't eat breakfast unless you like to throw up, Kakashi said with a smile. Naruto then left the roof in order to look for both Dante and Lady. Dante was sleeping on a bench in the park while Lady was visiting a flower shop not far away. Naruto then swung Yamato as Dante swiftly blocked with Rebellion. Naruto, what a surprise, ready for more training. Dante said as he held Yamato back with Rebellion. Ta! Naruto yelled as he charged forward. Nice, come, Dante said as he pushed Naruto and shot him with his guns. Naruto zigzagged about to avoid the bullets. You are getting better, kid, how about we turn this part up a notch, Dante said as he charged in. Clang 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 asterisk, the swords crashing against each other, their strength was so much that the friction started to create heat, the edge of the sword turned into a smoldering red and sparks flew everywhere. Then, Naruto had another vision of the two men who wielded Yamato, an attack to use from a distance. Naru, to jumped back in by sheer will created the summoned swords, but the swords had the shape of the awakened force-edged Sparta. Ah! Naruto yelled as he made the summoned blades go and attack Dante. Da! Nte dodged the spectral swords until one of them lodged itself on Dante's right arm, blood flew. Dante then threw his sword at Naruto who dodged it. However, Dante ran towards Naruto and drop-kicked him. I think it's time we unlocked another power, however I never would have guessed you would use the summoned swords, I was hoping to teach you how to use the guns, Dante said, ruffling his hair as his wound closed. Follow me, this power I am about to unlock from you, if you don't control it, I will have to kill you, Dante said. Naruto gulped but followed anyways. They reached an empty lot. The power I am about to release is one that has laid dormant, or rather, it has been there since Pops gave his blood to you. This power is the ability to turn into a demonic entity, all your abilities will go up the roof. I will show you my demon form to you, Dante said as he glowed red. Then his body was changed. He really looked like a demon, his body, face, everything had changed. He then disengaged this form and returned to human. This is called the devil trigger. Now let's see if you got what it takes to transcendent your human form and join the strong in battle, Dante said as he pierced Naruto with Rebellion. If you have a strong will, a strong determination, and someone you care for to protect, you will live and obtain the strength. However, if you don't, this will be the end for you, Dante said. Naruto fell to the floor gasping for air. The rain fell down, blood gushed from it. Then Naruto heard it, a palpitation coming from his devil arms. His body then coursed with power. Rebellion was still stuck on him. Dante then felt the air around change and turned around. Those who don't have power can't accomplish to protect anything, let alone oneself, Naruto said. Dante's eyes widened. It was the same words his twin had told him long ago back on the Temen Negru's top floor. Naruto then yelled in pain as he took Rebellion out of his body with all his might. Blood gushed out of his body and then he exploded in an orange light. Naruto's body transformed. His flesh took the characteristics of armor of orange and black accents. His eyes turned into deep azure stones that shined through the darkness. On top of his head something resembling a crown of gold could be seen. His appearance was more of a devil king than anything else Dante has ever seen. Naruto then punched Dante square in the face, sending him flying a mile away. That fucking hurt you, Teme. Naruto said as he plunged Rebellion on Dante. Again, this is the fourth time someone has impaled me with my own sword, Dante said as he coughed blood. He then took the sword out of his body. You gotten strong, keep going like that and your dream will no longer be just that brat, Dante said. Let's get on with the style of gunslinger, Dante said as he tossed a pair of guns to Naruto. Dante Onisan, aren't those, Naruto said. Those are just replicas, thought they are exactly the same as my guns, made especially for you, Dante smirked. Naruto then whipped them out and saw images of Dante and Sparta using the guns, and Dante then realized something. I see, is not much as the owner's devil power is affection you, but rather you have an interesting ability to see into the wielder's past, and see how to use the item in question, is embedded with the memories of the persons who held it, Dante reasoned. Memories, Naruto said. Yes, but the fact that you can use my brother's technique so well, however the weapons don't have any memories of the style, since the style is of the wielder and not the weapon's own ability, Dante said. Now, without any other interruptions, let's continue the training, Dante said as he fired at Naruto. Naruto then instinctively shot his own gun and shot down the bullets from Dante. Naruto and Dante then spun around and had the guns on each other's temple and they both fell to the floor. however they stood up again as immortal titans in epic battle. 7 hours later. Naruto and Dante both tired and bleeding all over. Enough, that should be enough, at least for today, we shall continue in another opportunity, Dante said. Naruto then staggered as he used Yamato as a walking stick and got home, and in there he found. Welcome home Naruto, lady said. What are you doing here? Naruto said. Oh, is that any manner to treat a lady? I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind putting up with me at least for the night. I got nowhere to go, lady said. Naruto blushed a bit. Fine, make yourself comfortable, Naruto said. He then jumped on the sofa. Hey, don't you know it's rude to leave a lady unattended? Lady said. You just want to create misconceptions, don't you? Naruto said. They fell asleep with lady cuddling with Naruto. The next day, beep beep beep, the alarm sounded. Naruto woke up and pressed what he thought was the alarm clock, however. Squish, squish, Naruto thought as he opened his eyes. Lady looked at him furiously. I am grateful you put up with me, but don't think you can make such bold advances, lady said with a smile, then she kicked him hard. Naruto flew out of the window. It's good that I have demon blood in me, otherwise that would have hurt, Naruto said, however lady was nowhere near done. She took out Kalen and shot repeatedly at Naruto. Naruto jumped about and then used one of the rockets and surfed on it. Woo. Naruto said as he used the rocket to go to training ground, however lady managed to shot the rocket up. Gia. Naruto yelled. Yar, I should have done that with Dante when we first meet, lady said. On the training ground. Boom. Yeah. Was that Naruto? Sakura asked. Who knows, Sasuke replied. Then Naruto fell from the sky, landing headfirst on the ground. Ite. Naruto said as he dusted himself. Damn, that hurt you bitch. Naruto said yelling. Naruto then counted his fingers and his devil arms. Well, all seems to be in order now, to kill time until Mr. Lazy teacher comes, Naruto said as he rested on the tree. Well, it seems Mr. Genin by accident likes to talk behind the teacher's back. Kakashi said appearing on the clearing. Amazing, you are only 5 minutes late, Naruto said sarcastically. Okay, Kakashi said, He then set up a clock. Well, you three have to come at me and try to get the bells. Those who get the bells will pass and the other will be sent back to the academy, Kakashi said. But why only 2, where are 3 inches? Sakura said. As I said, only 2 of you may pass, Kakashi said. Well, you got till noon, we begin, now. Kakashi said. Everyone dispersed save Naruto, who stood from. Considering what the others did, you are a bit off, Kakashi said. Not really, I just want to test myself, my training, with you, Naruto said as he unsheathed Yamato. Judgment cut, Naruto said. Kakashi had only less than split sec. OND to react when he felt the killing intent from Naruto and avoided the attack that completely decimated the tree behind him. Tisk, I missed, Naruto said as he disappeared. Stinger, Naruto said as he charged at lightning fast speed. Kakashi had to take out his kunai in order to deflect and defend himself. What's this? For a genin, his kenjutsu is even higher than that of an anbu. Kakashi thought, surprised. He then whipped out force edge, round trip, Naruto said as he slashed upwardly. Kakashi blocked, but was surprised by the strength of it. It was strong enough to lift him 6 feet into the air raid. Naruto yelled as he attacked Kakashi. His kunai cracked, then he decided to run for it. What the hell is up with this? Wasn't Naruto supposed to be the dead last? Kakashi thought. Where do you think you are going? I am not done yet, Naruto said as he whipped his guns. Dance, Naruto said as Kakashi jumped about to avoid the bullets. The hell is that weapon? No, more importantly, where did he get them? Kakashi thought, mortified as he was being played the fool by a kid. Dance macabre, Naruto said. Naruto fired a massive barrage of sword slashes at breakneck speed. Kakashi too. Out his old anbu sword to parry the attacks. As a sword fighter he was used to having opponents who could swing and hit hard, but Naruto's was beyond anyone he ever faced. Million stab. Naruto Kree. D once more as Kakashi avoided the attack by a hair breadth. Naruto then jumped back and smirked, he then turned away. Jingle. Kakashi then patted himself, he found himself short one bell, when, I see. I was so focused on defending that I didn't see him stealing it from me, Kakashi thought. Naruto ran about and found Sakura hidden in the bushes. I thought I might find you here, Naruto said. Naruto, how did you find me here? Sakura asked. Well, I smelled your blood, but it's odd, you don't have any wounds do you? Naruto said. Sakura blushed and then hit him. Shut up, Sakura said. Jingle. Naruto, you got that already? Sakura said astonished. Yeah, it was surprisingly easy, Naruto said then he opened Sakura's hand and handed her the bell. Naruto, why are you giving me this? Sakura said. I think you should have this one, also, because I want to fight Kakashi-sensei once more. He is interesting, Naruto said with a predatory grin. Somewhere close by. Well, it seems like Naruto-some. What gets what this test is about? Sakura has a bell since Naruto gave his to her, and now, Kakashi thought. I am not like them, Sasuke said. Well, while that is true, you should boast until you actually manage to get the bell. Then Sasuke realized something. Sakura got a bell, Sasuke said. In a way, Kakashi said trying to misinform Sasuke. Sasuke then charged in and attacked Kakashi, not bad. Naruto was stronger thought, Kakashi thought as he blocked his blow. Kakashi said as Sasuke smirked. Sasuke then managed to tingle the bell as Kakashi quickly withdrew. Not bad at all, Kakashi sighed. But then Sasuke started to make some hand signs. No way, he's still a genin, he shouldn't have the chakra to, Kakashi thought. Gokakyo no jutsu, Sasuke said as he spewed flames. Crap, what is it with genins nowadays? Kakashi yelled. Sasuke then surveyed the area but didn't find Kakashi. Where is he? Left, right, behind me, above, Sasuke said as he turned to see. The answer is below, Kakashi said as he came from underground and pulling Sasuke in. Well, you are right, you are certainly not like the others, you are stronger than Sakura, but still way weaker than Naruto, but I guess what say is true, the nail that stands out is the one who gets hammered down the most, Kakashi said as he whipped his book to read, however it was quickly grabbed by an ethereal hand and flew away. My book, Kakashi said as he cried. You don't have the leisure to be reading with me around, Naruto said as he quickly hid his devil bringer. Sasuke, come on, I expected that you would put a show for me. Is only doing a slight firework show all you can do? Naruto asked as he smirked. Shut up, Dobi, Sasuke said, however he had a slight blush in his cheeks of embarrassment. Well then get out and prove me wrong, Naruto said as Sasuke gathered his chakra and broke out. Riiiiiiing. Naruto blinked, Sasuke smacked his forehead, Sakura was nowhere to be found. I am sorry but it seems that you too loose, Kakashi said. You fail, Kakashi said. No way, I worked too hard, I waited so long, you can't do this, Naruto said as he charged with rebellion, his chakra changed into a more demonic nature. His eyes become feral, his teeth turned into fangs, he then jumped to Kakashi. Die, Naruto said as he attacked Kakashi. Dimension C, Naruto said as he sheathed and unsheathed his sword Yamato. Kakashi and Sasuke's eyes widened in surprise all around when all around him he could see slashes around the air. This exam is not done till we pass. I failed 3 times before I got to this point. I am not going back. Naruto yelled. All around Kakashi he could feel his skin being cut little by a vortex of invisible attacks. Naruto stop this now, Kakashi yelled. Something brushed against Kakashi. A small jingle sound could be heard. Naruto disappeared, as well as Sasuke. Behind Kakashi Sakura was there with the bells. Naruto then appeared from the bushes. We fooled you didn't we? Naruto said as he had his guitar in his hands. What? The bell rung. The test is over, Kakashi said. Not true, you see. I used Nevin to control your central nervous system, why? Oh you heard and saw and felt what I wanted you to see and feel, Naruto said. But, how? Kakashi asked. Easy. Nevin uses electricity to attack opponents, you did not notice because I used a small doses to build it up, Naruto said. Then, the bell rung for real this time. Kakashi blinked. Wow, this is a first, well you, pass I guess. Kakashi said. Naruto smiled, Sasuke scoffed and Sakura smiled as well. Well, congratulations are in order then, you are from today official shinobis in Kunoichi, Kakashi said. Alright. Sakura hugged Naruto as he blushed, then she blushed and let go immediately. Well then I expect you all to come here in 2 days for your new missions, Kakashi said. Naruto dropped rebellion on the ground and rested against it. Finally some relaxation. He then drifted off to sleep. An hour later. Yuto. Naruto. Wake up. A loud voice yelled. Arg. Naruto yelled in surprise. Hello there Naruto, lady said wearing her trademark outfit. Damn it Dante. I was sound asleep, Naruto yelled in anger. Yeah, well never mind that. I brought someone here to teach you how to control your devil bringer, since you don't have the skill to use it to its full potential, Dante said. Come on here, Dante called as a figure came from behind a tree. Hey Dante, you don't mind if I brought Kairi with me don't you? The person said. Who the hell are you? Naruto yelled. An ethereal arm grabbed him by the head and slammed him into the ground. Hey, he is just like you, loud and obnoxious, the person said. The name's Nero kid, and apparently I am to teach you how to use that fancy arm of yours now, Nero said grinning. Nero, release him now, oh dear, are you alright? Kairi asked. I am, thanks, Naruto blushed a bit. Hey kid, she is mine alright. So no stealing her, Nero smirked as he nagied him. Well kid, he is gonna pound into you all you need to know about the devil arm. Yamato, and a new sword, Dante said. Catch kid, Nero said as he threw a suitcase at him. Naruto opened the briefcase, in there were 2 thins, a smaller briefcase that had the number, 666, engraved on it, and what looked like. Yup that is the copy of my sword. The Red Queen version 2.0, Nero said. Awesome. I saw it via Yamato how you used this, but I only saw a few times, it would be better if the actual owner shows me how to do it, Naru. To said as he cleaved the sword to the sword and ran the engine, the sound of the motor was delightful to his ears. This kid takes after all 3 of us it seems, he values honor like your late twin. He is loud and obnoxious like you, and he likes to be a rebel like me, and you as well, Nero said. He grabbed his own Red Queen and slashed Naruto in half. Nero. Kairi yelled. However Naruto was replaced by a log. Wow. You are good. I like that technique, Nero said as he slashed and Naruto parried with Rebellion and Red Queen. You should be more aware of your surroundings Nero, Nar. Yuto said as another Naruto came from behind with Yamato and the Red Queen. Nero used his Devil Bringer to block and smash him into the tree. However this Naruto simply vanished into smoke. 3 more Nar. Yuto came out of the woodwork and attacked with Rebellion and Yamato, Red Queen and Rebellion, and Yamato and Rebellion. Oh shit, Nero said as he jumped out of the trap. Naruto then took Dante's guns and begun shooting him. Hey, my guns. SOOO not cool man. Dante yelled. Nero used his own gun Blue Rose to shoot down the bullets from Dante's ebony and ivory. Naruto disappeared and reappeared under Nero and shot him in the arm. I win, Naruto said. However Nero had vanished, and appeared under Naruto. High roller. Nero yelled as he slashed Naruto using the XX gauge of Red Queen. Naruto then was launched into the air and enveloped in fire. Then he fell to the floor with a sickening thud sound. Dante then took his guns from Naruto. Wake up, you should at least be a bit disoriented by that attack, Dante said. Naruto then stood up. He was feeling dizzy. Anyone caught the number of the freight train that hit me? See he is okay, just put some spit on those wounds kid, you'll be fine, Dante said. I swear, I still can't get used to the whole devil's deal, Kairi said. Is there way of training him? He is a ninja after all, lady said. A ninja? What is that? Kairi asked. A ninja is the equivalent of an assassin, lady said. Isn't it sad? To live to kill. Kairi said. Well, he is not that kind of ninja. I don't think he will kill anyone human if he can help it, lady said. Still, this is no way a young boy should live like, Kairi said. Yes, that may be so, but at least in here he can use his newfound powers to help humanity, Lady said. I hope so, Kairi said. Wow, Red Queen is not a devil arm. But it packs a punch, Naruto said. I used this baby to kill the fake savior with Dante's help, Nero said. Wow, so basically there is like jet engine fuel in here, that burns after being ignited by the handle that makes the spark ignite the blade, right? Naruto said. Yeah, that is the basic function of the Red Queen in a nutshell, Nero said. So what is that gun you use? Is kind weird. It shoots 3 bullets at once. Naruto asked. I modified the gun. I like it like that, Nero said. So, what do you wanna do now that we are free? How about I take you and Kairi for a tour around Konoha? Naruto said. That would be delightful, Kairi said. They walked around Konoha as all the people stared at the trio walking, however they looked at Naruto with contempt, he however did not let it get to him. Since he was used to that treatment. Well, in here there is a jewelry, and over there is the Yamanaka flower store, over there is the civilian armory store, and next to it is the shinobi armory store. Over there is the bookstore. Kakashi was there and waved at Naruto, with his new Ika Ika book no less, and over there are the training grounds, and over there is the Hokage's tower, Naruto said as he gave M the tour. You think we could stop by the flower shop? Kairi asked. Sure, I suppose we could, Naruto said. Hey Ino, you there? Naruto called. Naruto. Rare to see you around, how is the potted plant? Ino asked. Green as ever. I got a costumer for you, he signaled to Kairi. Hello there, Kairi said. Hello there, welcome to Yamanaka flower shop. What can I help you with? Ino said. I was just looking for flowers, can you show me some native flowers in here? Kairi asked. Sure, please follow me to the back, Ino signaled. You are really lucky, you know. Naruto said as he looked at some potted plants. What do you mean? Nero asked. Well, I am sure Dante told you about my ahem status in here, Naruto said. Go on, Nero said. Well, is nigh impossible for me to get a girl, since people think I am the demon who attacked them 12 years ago. I mean, you saw those looks right. Naruto said as he sat down and sighed. Chill little man, you have to be strong, these things come with time, believe it or not. Kairi freaked out on me when she discovered about my devil bringer, Nero said. Yeah, but she accepted you. However. Naruto looked downcast. Look man, cheer up, you are a devil now. You will have all the time in the world, Nero said as he nagied him. Inside the greenery. I can't believe you have such a hot guy for a boyfriend. Does he have a brother? Ino asked. Oh, I am sorry, he doesn't, Kairi said with a smile. Oh, man, oh well, say, what were you doing with Naruto over there? Ino asked. Well, Nero here is trying to train him to use his new abilities better without hurting himself, or others, Kairi said. Why bother with him? He has been the deadliest loser for 3 years already. That he managed to pass the test is a miracle beyond what a kami could give, Ino said. Kairi then felt sad. Why do you speak of him so bad? Has he ever done anything to you? Well, not really. I just don't like him. And my parents don't like him at all, to say the least, Ino said. Is not fair that you treat him like that. Have you seen how the poor boy is treated constantly? Kairi said. I try not to notice much, Ino said. Can you imagine it, feeling so lonely, and no one around, having no one to praise you, to give you the warmth you crave for? Can you imagine it, being in a dark room, with no light in sight, Kairi said, with a few tears rolling from her eyes. Ino sighed. I can't, but you are right, perhaps I've been a bit too hard on him as well, Ino said. They exited the greenhouse where the two guys were talking about swords. So the pointy thing goes into the body, that is what makes it so good, Nero said. So true, Naruto said and nodded. And then, they could use more brains, Ino said as she chuckled. So true, Kairi said. Well, let's get going, you two need to talk to Ji-san, you got to state your bussiness and get you two a pass to stay. Here, Naruto said as he guided Nero and Kairi. Jizen, we got guests here, Naruto said as he barged in. Ah, hello young Nero, and Lady Kairi, is nice of you two to drop by, the fourth Hokage said. Nay, Ro immediately grabbed the handle of his sword. Calm down, I am no demon or demonic entity. I just have a clairvoyance ball, the old man said as he chuckled. Ah, that explains the feeling of being watched. Even though I knew no one was physically around, Nero said. It appears you have a really heightened sixth sense, the Hokage said. It comes with the territory, Nero said, clenching his devil bringer. Yes indeed. So Miss Kairi, Nero, here are your passes, just show them if you are asked to identify yourself. The old man smiled and gave them their papers. They all left the tower with Naruto. While the old man got caught up with paperwork hell. Well Naruto, we part ways from her on now. He raised his sword and Naruto raised his and clashed both swords with respect. Nice, you learned that from Yamato did you not? Nero said. Among some things, Naruto said. Take a good night rest. I am gonna pound the finer points of the devil bringer into you tomorrow, Nero said. Yeah, don't worry. The demon in me keeps me healthy and energetic, Naruto said, patting his stomach. They parted ways as Naruto went into a tree and pulled Nevin out. You don't mind if I play on you a serenade, do you? Naruto asked the demonic weapon. Nevin stood silent to all but Naruto. Naruto then begun to play a serenade, a lovely sound filled the air. All the couples got together as a single lonely boy cried to the night. A few minutes later Naruto packed Nevin, however the demon inside got free and hugged Naruto. Do not worry, chosen one of Sparta, my soul will always be with you, Nevin said as her ethereal body hugged Naruto. Thank you, Nevin, Naruto said. Cerberus made his ethereal form appear as well and howled into the night. Some people to this day tell the legend of a three-headed dog. The Inuzuka clan bowed before the shadow as well, however later they couldn't remember why they were bowing. Naruto entered his apartment. Lady has left a note that she managed to get a hotel RO. And left him some money as a thank you for him letting her stay. I rather prefer your company than the money, Naruto said as he sighed. Naruto went to sleep. He has happy and he was sad. It was a conundrum of emotions. The devil arms materialized and kept Naruto warm for the night. Naruto woke up early and made his morning miso ramen. I got to meet with Nero and the other for more devil bringer training, Naruto reminded himself. His devil bringer glowed as to answer his owner. Naruto used his devil bringer to swing from building to reach the selected training area. Naruto then landed on the training ground. Nero and Dante were waiting for Naruto there. Glad you could make it, kid, Dante said. Well, since it's the devil bringer, we thought it might be a good idea that we put you to fight against lesser demons. But in order to do so we need to bring M out, Dante said. In other words, your first training devil hunter mission, protect the city from the devil who are to come, Nero said. Then from the ground, fire appeared and many devils appeared. I will lecture you and help you for a few minutes. I will do a move and you must repeat it, however I expect you make new moves and not only imitate me. 'Cause that will cause to stunt your growth, Nero said. He then grabbed one of the demons and jumped into the air, then he twirled around and smashed him against other demons. Come on, Nero yelled. Naruto then used his devil bringer and repeated exactly what Nero said, however he then grabbed the demon once more and used him like a hammer. Dante whistled. Nice. Remember when I did that using the bodies of the demons impaled in my sword, remember that, Nero? Dante said. Naruto has an affinity to his devil bringer, maybe because he got it when he was younger. Nero said as he grabbed a demon and used it as a shield. Naruto did the same. Perhaps, but I think is because he has a lot of imagination and can think of new ways to use it, Dante said as he shot a demon in the face. And blowing it away. Naruto then grabbed a demon and tore it apart and used them as a club. He then grabbed Yamato and used the devil bringer to use it on a larger sweep. Nero and Dante then stopped helping Naruto as he fought against the demons. Hey, the kid is really good, don't you think? Nero said. Yeah, but that is because he loves his home, he is giving it all he's got. However, the ones outside of this place don't even realize their lives are in danger today. Dante said. Naruto has the same characteristics as my father, a crazy son of a bitch who will do anything to protect that which he holds dear, Dante said. Naruto roared as he tore demon ass over and over using different techniques and strategies using all his weapons and the devil bringer, however. I wonder what this does, Naruto mused as he opened the briefcase with the number, 666, engraved on it. He isn't, is he? Nero said. Oh shit. Get down. Dante yelled. The brief saws. Opened and a huge laser-like weapon appeared and fired a single beam, and completely destroyed any remaining demons around. Wow. I love this weapon, Naruto said as he hugged the briefcase. Okay. Why did you give him that? Dante asked. I didn't. I think the weapon snuck itself in, Nero said. Oh my god, he is as crazy as I was, Dante said as he face-palmed. Well, is it done? Naruto said. Yeah. Is done alright, Dante and Nero said. They exited and all three of them were worn out, Naruto due to the fight, Nero and Dante due to dodging the laser beam and the rockets. Well, let's have some pizza, Dante said. I am more in the mood for ramen, Naruto said. Fine, let's eat ramen, Dante said. I got to get to Kairi. I don't wanna worry her, Nero excused himself. I swear, is like Kairi has him whipped, Dante said. Nah, is just that he loves her so much, he doesn't want her to be sad, Naruto said. I never understood that. I am a single and will stay that way, my life is too complicated to put a woman on it, Dante said as he took a swing of beer. They entered the ramen house and ordered their respective flavors. Naruto ordered udon while Dante ordered a plain ramen with heaved pork and extra noodles. They ate their ramen in silence. Dante, has any of your weapons ever? I dunno materialized on you? Naruto said. Dante stood quiet. No. Sometimes they talk to me, like Agni and Rudra, Dante said. Last night, my weapons materialized. Nevin, Lucifer, and the others they kept me company, Naruto said. I see, maybe is because your weapons have a resonance with you. The stronger your will and heart the more likely you might even be able to summon the devil inside on the outside and fight alongside with you, Dante said, however that is only a speculation. Say what is there to do today? Dante said. We could cause more chaos and mayhem, Naruto offered. Nah, we did enough chaos and mayhem a while back, Dante said. We could train some more. Naruto asked. How god are you in the Dark Slayer style? Dante asked. I would think I am on level 2, as for Trickster would be 2.5, Swordsman would be at a 3, Royal Guard would be at 2, and Gunslinger. Well, probably I am on level 1 inch, Naruto said. Not bad, tell you what, when you reach level 3 on Dark Slayer come look for me. I will have something to give ya, Dante said as he paid the bill. Well, I better head back. I got some missions for tomorrow, Naruto said. The next day, Naruto stepped out as he packed his weapons. He decided to bring Rebellion and Yamato, as well as Lucifer and his new friend Pandora. Well, what is the mission? Naruto asked. I dunno, Kakashi isn't here yet, Sasuke said. Wanna spar Sakura-chan? Naruto asked. Not now, Sakura said a bit afraid. Your loss, Naruto said. 2 hours later. Hello there kids, sorry I am late. I was lost in the road of life, Kakashi said. Naruto did not believe him and he threw at him a stake from Lucifer, which he dodged. Is not nice to try to kill your sensei, Kakashi said. Naruto then clapped his hands and the stake exploded, launching Kakashi face first on the ground. And you suck at making lies, sensei, Naruto said. This mission is important, the daimyo's wife asked it to us retrieve something for her. On the forest. Devil 1 to team, target, is in sight. Naruto said. Raven is on position, Sasuke said. Can we finish this already? Sakura said on the intercom. Go on, capture him, Kakashi said. He ran away 23 times, can I just shoot him? Naruto asked. No. Target must be unharmed, Kakashi said. Whatever. Naruto and Sasuke said. Naruto jumped and captured the cat by knocking him with the Pandora weapon. The son of a bitch is out cold, Naruto said. Kakashi sensei. I want some real missions. Naruto said. You need some experience, Kakashi said. Come on, I got so much experience already. I could take you out too, you know, Naruto said with a smirk. Chech, you think too highly of yourself, Kakashi said. Oh really? Naruto said with his sword on his neck. I think I got a good idea of my own strength, after all is my strength. Wow, I did not even sense him move, Kakashi thought. However, Kakashi puffed out and a log was in its place was a log. You are good, maybe there might be a mission for you all yet, Kakashi grinned. The next day. You want a what? Iruka said as Naruto. Sakura and Sasuke plugged their ears. Yeah, we want a mission a bit more challenging, Naruto said as he caressed his guitar tenderly. Sakura then blinked when she saw the guitar shiver. She rubbed her eyes to see if she was dreaming. Well, there is one, is a C rank mission, the Hokage said, is an escort mission. Sure, we'll take it, Naruto shouted. Show the client in, Hokage said. The door slid open and an old man walked in. Those are my protection. They are nothing but a bunch of wet-nosed brats, the old man said as he took a swing from his bottle of sake. I assure you they are capable of handling this, Kakashi said. Well then, shall we head out then? Kakashi added. After they all left, Naruto decided to have a little chat with his weapons. Burial. Nevin, Cerberus, Agni and Rudra. I wish to talk to you, Naruto said in his mindscape. The beautiful and seductive form of Nevin appeared, next to her Burial appeared, next was Cerberus along with the twins Agni and Rudra. What is it, new master, that you have called us all into your mindscape? Nevin asked. I wish to know, is it possible that I could summon you into the real world? Naruto asked. They all stood silent for a while. While we were alive, we had real bodies, however our souls, after being beaten by the son of Sparta, transformed into weapons, giving submission to the winner to use us at will, however. He never heard of not being able to come back, at least in the way you speak of, Burial said. So what does that mean? Naruto said. Nevin winked, as a definite maybe, she said as she caressed Naruto's torso and gave him a peck in the cheek. Naruto then exited his mind realm. Nevin is really hard to handle, as Dante said, Naruto said to himself. The next day, again. Okay, his mission is to go to the land of waves, Kakashi said. Will we meet enemy ninja? Sakura asked. Unlikely, this is a C rank mission, at most we will encounter random thieves and thugs, Kakashi said as he patted Sakura's head. Ah, how boring, Naruto said as he walked around. His devil bringer begun to glow lightly. Naruto then realized and looked at Kakashi, who nodded. Don't do anything. We need to see who they are targeting, is what Kakashi said with his stare. Naruto relaxed his posture, but kept in his hand the Red Queen. New sword Dobi? Sasuke asked. Maybe, Naruto said in a smart-assed way. Naruto, stop being an ass to Sasuke. Sakura yelled. I will when he stops it himself, Naruto yelled. Two ninjas appeared from the puddle, both of them moving at a breakneck speed. In a matter of seconds they surrounded Kakashi with a barbed cable and shred him to ribbons. Naruto smiled and revved his Red Queen. Let's get this party started. Naruto yelled as he charged to the two ninjas. Sasuke followed close by in case of his assistance being necessary. Sakura stayed behind just in case. The ninja then surrounded Naruto and decided to shred him to pieces, however they missed as Naruto vanished from view. They charged towards the old man. I was right then, it is the old man they were after, Naruto thought as he reapered from behind of Sakura and impaled one of them. Burn, Naruto said as he revved his sword and pulled Sakura behind him. The ninja yelled in agony as his body disintegrated due to the immense heat. Brother, the other ninja yelled as he charged towards Naruto. He however received the attack. Die you bastard, the ninja said. However the tip of the gauntlet stopped a few millimeters away from him. Naruto showed a cruel smile. Bye-bye, Naruto, said as he pushed him back using an unknown force. Kakashi reappeared and tied up the remaining ninja who was out of commission. As I thought, those ninja were after you, Kakashi said as he pointed to the old man. Kakashi, you've been reading way too many detective mangas, Naruto said. Quiet you, Kakashi said. Anyways, you got a lot of explaining to do, old man, Kakashi added. After telling his heartfelt story about how his country is being held in place, Naruto resumed to walk. Where are you going? This mission is way beyond the scope that was given to us, Sakura said. Then go back, no one is forcing you to come. But if I know Sasuke, he is itching to come too, aren't you? Naruto smirked. You know me better than my so-called fangirl, Sasuke said. Then I guess we are going, Kakashi said. Sakura whimpered but grudgingly accepted to tag along. The devil bringer begun to glow even more as they got closer to the land of waves, however what really got Naruto's attention was Cerberus glowing. Cerberus, What is going on? Naruto asked his devil arm. It appears that there is someone who has a part of my blood in here, Cerberus said. You mean, ouch, poor woman, Naruto said. Not in this form, however. She has the ability to control ice, be wary of that person, Cerberus said. Interesting, a person with a bit of demon blood, and Cerberus's blood no less, this is gonna get crazy. Naruto thought as he licked his chops. They all arrived more or less unscathed to the land of the waves. Why more or less? 'Cause Naruto was having fun playing a little game of rock the boat, until the resident banshee yelled at him and decked him on the head. What? I was bored, Naruto defended himself. You are an idiot, Sasuke said. They unloaded their stuff and begun to walk. Naruto's devil bringer begun to glow. Naruto, that arm of yours is glowing. And is creeping me out, do something about it, Sakura said. Naruto looked at his arm, it begun to glow even brighter and then realization hit him. Hit the deck, he yelled as everyone but him jumped out. With his devil bringer he blocked and parried an overly large sword and embedded it into a tree trunk. Damn man, I didn't think there was someone other than me who liked oversized swords, except the two people I've been training under, what's the matter, overcompensating for something? Naruto said. The owner of said sword had an anger vein that was really thick. You were really skilled to parry my sword like that, and a mouth to boot, the ninja said as he standed on top of his sword. You, the devil hidden in the mist. Zabusa, Kakashi said. I am impressed, you know of me, Zabusa said. Oh, is he a devil now? Well then, this party is getting crazy, Naruto said as he took Red Queen out. Naruto, what the hell are you doing? Get back here, that guy, Sasuke begun to say, and then he trembled, the air left his lungs, his body was sweating a cold sweat. Damn, only that little bit of killing intent and you are like that. Well then, how about it? Shall we dance? Naruto said talking to Zabusa. Hey, you got guts kid, come. Zabusa said as he charged in with his water clones. Naruto slashed his water clones with total brutality. You liar. You ain't no devil, you only human. Damn, and here you got me all worked out for nothing, Naruto said. Not a demon Don't get cocky you brat. Zabusa said as he charged in with his sword. Naruto attacked with brutal strength keeping with Zabusa toe-to-toe. Naruto then brought out forced edge. Show me what you made of, demon, Naruto said mockingly. Kakashi and the rest were entranced by Naruto's performance but then. Demon blood, I can sense it, the one who is a descendant of mine, is here. Cerberus roared in his mind. Naruto then slashed Zabusa with the blunt of the sword and knocked him into the water and pulled Cerberus. Ice Age. Naruto yelled as he froze the water instantly, however a figure with a mask came and rescued Zabusa from a perfect 0 temperatures. Hey, it looks like we have company, what you say you drop the dead weight and come in here instead? Naruto said with a smirk. Masked person stepped in the puddle of water and needles of ice shot at Naruto. Naruto used Cerberus the pronged nunchucks to block and destroy all of the needles. Whoa, thought crowd, Naruto said as he fought. Haku, let me down. Let's take the brat, Zabusa said. I am afraid I can't let you do that Zabusa, Kakashi said as he jumped to the fray. Kakashi, come on, it would be Sting if I fought those two at the same time, Naruto said. Naruto, shut up and fight, remember we are on a mission, Kakashi said. Spoilsport, Naruto said. How is it possible, to be fighting with this much power? This power, it should belong to me, the Uchiha, the only clan who should be given this power, is me. Me, Sasuke thought as his hands shacked in furious indignation. Hey, I never seen someone use ice jutsu, what's your story, Naruto said. Same goes to your weapon, Haku said. I asked first, Naruto said as he dodged the Senbon barrage. Haku then shot the Senbons at Sasuke. Sakura and Tazuna, old man, however, Naruto disappeared in a streak of red light and blocked all the Senbons. Hey now, we are playing now, no need to include other players, Naruto said snarling as he used Force Edge to destroy the Senbons. Zabusa and Kakashi's fight however was a different thing. You are nothing like the original. Zabusa said. You are just a parrot mimicking everything I say. Kakashi said, finishing Zabusa's train of thought. You can see the future. Zabusa asked in fright. Yes, and your future is death. Kakashi replied. Haku however jumped in and made a wall of ice using her ice jutsu. As I thought, that person has my blood, that person is loyal to a fault and has the power over ice. Cerberus thought. So, what should we do about it? I gather you won't fight against your own kin. Naruto asked his nunchakus. I am a devil arm. I will fight whoever you ask me to fight, said Cerberus. He patted his nunchaku. Good boy, don't worry. I will do my best not to harm that person. Haku was it, Naruto said. However, I can't make any promises if that Haku person tries something funny, Naruto added. Kakashi then fell to the ground. URG, no good. I used the Sharingan too much, Kakashi thought as Sakura rushed to help him. So, where do we go now? Naruto said, putting Cerberus back on his back. Come on, I will take you to my daughter's house, Tazuna said. They walked all the way until they got to a little shack house near the river. Knock knock knock. Hello. I am home, Tazuna said with a couple of tired kids and an older gentleman thought younger than her father. Father. You are all right, said Tsunami, the daughter of the bridge builder Tazuna. Haha, I am back, thanks to these here brats and their sensei, Tazuna said. Sensei, are you all right? Tsunami asked. In a week or so, I should be all right, Kakashi said. He felt back to his futon with Sasuke, Sakura and Naruto at his side. Naruto was bored, so he decided to grab Nevin and play a soothing tune. Kakashi was lulled to sleep with the tune, however Naruto kept playing the song, however the song played and the instrument being played really were like black and white. That is one fancy guitar, looks kinda creepy though, Tazuna said. Yeah, I get that a lot, actually this guitar is not only a guitar, old man, Naruto said. Oh, it sounds like one, it plays like one. If it quacks like a duck, looks like a duck and walks like a duck, then undoubtedly, it must be a duck, Tazuna said. As a demon soul that has transformed into a weapon that fights with me. However, the shape she took is quiet, should we say, interesting. Naruto said. Demons. Look kid, I admit some ninjas have a demon-like qualities, but that hardly, Tazuna said. Nevin, can you please come to this world in your devil form? Naruto said as he patted the guitar. It glowed dark purple and a beautiful red-haired woman appeared, covered in a dress that looked as it was living darkness. Naruto, you look a handsome devil as usual, Nevin said, caressing Naruto's body. Www what? Who is she? Sakura said as she backpedaled into the wall. Sasuke arched his eyebrow. My, such a handsome friend you have over there, do you mind if I play with him? Nevin said. Nevin, watch it, he's still a kid, you might end up traumatizing him, Naruto said. Oh, my, I was speaking of the young girl over there, she looks so delicious, Nevin said as she licked her lips lustfully. Of course it wasn't for, well you know. She wanted to drain her life force to eat. Nevin, behave, Naruto said. Of course Naruto, after all you are my mister, Nevin said as she turned back into the demonic guitar. She is quite a wild one, isn't she? Naruto said. Kakashi saw the whole thing. Naruto, I can't believe you hid that from me, can I see the guitar? Kakashi asked. I guess. Naruto said. Kakashi hugged the guitar. You are so sexy, yes you are, Kakashi said with a grin and a perverted blush. Sensei, I think you should stop before, bzzzzzt, she electrocutes you, great, more time for you to heal then, Naruto said. Kakashi, my guitar is a female, you have to treat them more delicately, like this, Naruto said as he caressed the guitar and played on her a soft music. The guitar glowed and recovered Kakashi's wounds and accelerated the healing. Rest for a while Nevin, Naruto said as he covered Nevin with a cloth. Wow, kid you gave me a heart attack with that, Tazuna said. Yeah, she is a demon witch that controls lightning, too bad she is sealed, she'll make an awesome lover. I mean, have you not seen the rack she has? Naruto said. Both young and old begun to laugh. Sakura made a mental note. She had to develop more, tangible, assets to catch attentions of the man she loves, obsesses. They all went to sleep shortly after. The next day, Sakura and Tazuna both left to buy groceries to eat today. Sakura looked around. The whole town looked depressive, everywhere were beggars and malnourished people. Someone grabbed her, asked truthfully he was trying to steal her purse. She kicked the guy out. What a surprise, Tazuna said sarcastically. What's wrong with this place? Sakura asked. The people, we don't have money, even our lords are poor, but with the construction of the bridge, it might be possible to have a rebirth in this land, Tazuna said. She then felt someone tugging on her biker shorts again, and she found a little kid. He was begging for money. However, she didn't not have any and gave him candy. The kid smiled and Sakura looked into the sky. Back at Tsunami's home. Well, I think I healed enough. You three, come with me. I am gonna train you today. Kakashi said. What are we doing now? Naruto and Sakura asked. We are climbing trees. Kakashi pointed upwards to the trees. Okay, stupid question, why? Naruto asked. This is an exercise to give you better control of your chakras. Since we did not really kill Zabuza, he must be gathering his strength to attack us. He did not count on Naruto and me being there, nor Naruto's techniques. With this training, no jutsu will be beyond you. Well, in theory anyways, Kakashi said. Alright then, let's get crazy, Naruto said. There's one rule, no hands, Kakashi said. So, how we do that? Sakura asked. Like this, Kakashi said as he walked upwards to the tree, and going up, and up. You should use a running start first, and mark your progress with this, Kakashi said as he threw 3 kunais to his 3 students. All of them tried going upwards, however Sakura was the only one who made a real breakthrough. Naruto was violently pushed away from the tree, while Sasuke was also pushed away, but less violently. Sakura is the one with the best control, however Naruto and Sasuke have so much chakra they are having a hard time controlling it. Especially Naruto. Kakashi though. Naruto got out of the rubble and tried again, and again, however he only managed to get a few feet until he was shoved away. Damn it, you think you so thought? Ya bastard, I'll show you. Naruto kicked the tree. And here goes, he will put a tantrum and just quit, Sakura thought. He inhaled a lot of air and walked to Sakura. Hey, Sakura, you know any tricks to this? Naruto asked. Sakura was taken back, she was not expecting that. It's all about mental strength, you have to push your chakra and use only what is necessary, avenue to match it to the tree's chakra so you don't get pushed away, or slip away, Sakura said. Is that so? No wonder you were the best in the class. Naruto said as he turned away to try the info Sakura given him. I don't think he is as bad as they make him sound, Sakura though. Naruto was thinking of what Nero and Dante said to him. Flashback. Since you have the blood of Sparta, your chakra will be really dense. Meaning that it will be more potent than any other, so you have to learn how to regulate your flow, otherwise you might end up killing someone by accident, Nero said. Well, it wouldn't matter much. But you really ought to learn how to regulate it until you can have a feel for it, Dante said. You live in a human society, so you have to learn how to use human powers as well. I would be lost if someone sealed my demonic abilities, Dante added. End flashback. Let's see, concentrate on the sole of my feet, imagine power congregating on it, and feel the power of the tree, now, equalize it. No, still too much, a little more, perfect. Naruto said to himself as he ran upwards the tree. He managed to get a whole yard up. He was trying once more when, Naruto, Sasuke said. Naruto lost concentration and was ejected to a rock. What? Naruto said angrily. What did Sakura told you? Sasuke looked down ashamed of asking for help. Naruto grinned. None of your bussines, Naruto said. Then they started to, death glare, each other. After a while Kakashi decided that Sakura had already surpassed them both and put her on guard duty until the 2 boys got up to speed. Where are you 2 friends? Tazuna asked Sakura as he was working on the bridge. I surpassed them, Sakura said. You sure? Cause you were shaking when that Zabuza fella came for my head. That Naruto kid did a super job keeping him busy, and then that other masked fella came, Tazuna said. Alright, I get it. I was useless, but, I just wanna, Be stronger, those two. They are so strong. I wanna be respected by him, Sakura said blushing. Ah youth, how far away it was when I meet my sweetheart, Tazuna said smiling as he patted her hair. Hey Tazuna, I need to talk to you, said the worker number 1. What? You leaving the construction? Tazuna said bewildered. I am sorry, but I have my family to think of as well, the worker said. He patted his shoulder. Then go, they are probably waiting for your safe return, Tazuna said. I am sorry Tazuna, the worker said as he left. This is gonna be hard. I hope the two of you are doing well. Sasuke. Naruto, Sakura thought as he saw the blue sky. Back to Sasuke and Naruto. It was night and both ninja were on the top of the tree. Hee, that was fun no? Naruto said with a bathed breath. Shut up Dobi, Sasuke. Say, I just thought of something, Naruto said. Big surprise coming from you, but go on, Sasuke said. How do we get down? I mean Kakashi said how to get up. Nothing about getting down, Naruto said. Sasuke face palmed. I guess we are stuck here. Sasuke said. Screw that I am jumping down, Naruto said as he let go of the tree and free-falled all the way down. See ya on the other side, Naruto said as he disappeared in a streak of red flash and appeared on the ground. Great, so he has another skill. Sasuke said as he jumped from tree to tree in order to descend. They both walked into the small shack. Look what the cat has dragged in, Kakashi said. Food, both Sasuke and Naruto said. Tsunami served them both a healthy ration they finished in seconds. Seconds please, they both said. After eating they went to sleep. The next day, Kakashi walked about the house and went into Naruto's room, however. Hey, has anyone seen Naruto? Kakashi said. In the forest, Naruto was on the grass sleeping, a lot of birds were nesting on his hair, a young person on a pink kimono with a wicker basket. That person saw Naruto laying helplessly in the grass. Then got closer and closer until he was on top of him. He grabbed him and then, hey, wake up, you will catch your death of cold out here, said the person. Naruto's arm glowed. Ah, is okay. I can't die from something mundane. So, what are you doing here at this time? Naruto asked. I am collecting herbs, the person said. That is a thought job, let me help you, Naruto said. Tear collecting the herbs the person bowed. Thank you very much, you look like a strong ninja. You noticed. I've been trying to become strong, but sometimes. I am afraid you know. Naruto said. Afraid? Of what? Surely someone as strong as you couldn't have any fears, the person said. Well all of this power. I've been feeling something inside me, something primal, dark and violent stirring. Inside me, Naruto said as he clutched his devil bringer. If you have someone you wish to protect, you will become as strong as you need young one, the person said. Who are you? Naruto asked. My name is Haku, but you should know. I am a guy, the person said. Ah, no way. He looks girlier than Sakura, Naruto though. Sasuke walked by and watched the other young boy walk away. The day passed normally. They decided to rest as Naruto was exhausted. The next day, yawn, smack smack, Naruto woke up and moved around the house, he couldn't find anyone. Hey, Tsunami ne, where are all of my team? Naruto asked. Where? They said they were going to the bridge with father, they said you could take the day off since you were exhausted, Tsunami said. Damn it, I knew it. The second they have a chance they leave me behind, whatever. I am out, Naruto yelled as he changed at the same time. He left in a hurry leaving a bewildered Tsunami knitting something. Naruto W. As jumping from tree to tree when he saw some slashing marks on the tree barks. Wait, the direction is going, no way, Naruto said as he used air trick to cover more ground. Tsunami's house. 2 men with swords were about to knock the door out, when suddenly a flying kick sent them flying. What the fuck you think you doing pal? You got some jacked up notion of fair play and beginning to pee. ISS me off, Naruto said as he drew the Sparta Force Edge. That's some fancy sword kid. I think I'll take it once I have your head. Samurai 1 said. Both samurai charged but Naruto stopped them both Ith Force Edge. Since the Sparta is sealed right now it will be called Forced Edge. I am too lazy to rewrite the top part. Away with you. Naruto yelled as he pushed both samurai away with brutal force. What the hell is this kid? Both samurai said. Die, Naruto said as he pierced both with the force edge and incinerated them to leave no trace of their death. I got to hurry and catch up with others, Naruto said as he used air trick to cover more distance and make up for the lost time. On the bridge. A mist rolled in the bridge and got Team 7, what was there at the time, on alert. Hey, that the same technique of that guy isn't it? Suna said. Yeah, come on out. Zabusa, Kakashi said. Zabusa stepped out of the mist. I see, how have you been Kakashi? It seems you brought the brats along as well, look at him. Shivering in fight, Zabusa said. I am shivering, in anticipation, Sasuke said as he smirked. Show em what you have learned, Kakashi said with his eye smile. Sasuke then dispatched the Zabusa water clones. It seems he has improved hasn't he? He asked his cohort. Indeed so, said Haku. The leaf ninja don't know who Haku is at this point. Leave the masked guy to me, Sasuke said. Both ninja begun to fight. Sasuke was evenly matched with Haku. What? He is keeping up with Haku. Zabusa said. I can go even faster, Sasuke said as he banished and kicked Haku in the face, making him fly away. I can't believe it. Haku, if this keeps up, you will die at the hands of the people you sought to spare, Zabusa said. Yes, a pity, Haku said. Sasuke then felt a shiver running on his back. What's going on? Sasuke said. From the water, mirrors emerged. Sasuke looked around, he was surrounded by the mirrors. Then he was shredded by an onslaught of something. Haku reapered in another mirror. This is my special skill. I can teleport from mirror to mirror, Haku said. Damn, this jutsu. I can't copy it, it must be a Kekkei Genkai. Kakashi said. He tried to move towards Sasuke and get him out but Zabusa blocked their way. If you go you leave me a free pass to kill the old man and the little girl, Zabusa said. Kakashi gritted his teeth in anger and frustration. Then, all of a sudden a loud explosion appeared. Here it comes, the loudest, most incredible, #1 maverick ninja, Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto yelled as he played a chord on Nevin. Why you little? We needed stealth and you all but painted a target on yourself you little idiot, Kakashi though. Then, hey Sasuke. I came in to save you. Naruto whispered in the ear of his teammate. Naruto. What the fuck you doing here? Sasuke yelled. Oh real nice Tem. Someone comes to save your ass and you act like that. Naruto yelled. I needed someone on the outside, you know what, it doesn't matter anymore you. You idiot. Sasuke yelled too angry to think of anything else. Haku then continued to attack them with frozen senbons at light speed. Naruto managed to block the brunt of M. Damn it how about you cool off, Naruto said as he used Stinger on the mirror, but it repaired itself. What just happened? I could have sworn when the pointy part of the sword breaks something. That something is broken, permanently, Naruto said. That is your logic. Pointy thing in, people die. Sasuke yelled. Well, isn't that how it works? Naruto said. Sasuke inhaled and was going to retort, however. He realized, his thought simplistic and stupid, was correct. Whatever, guess this is it Sasuke said as he felt his eyes burning. Haku then pierced Naruto with a lot of ice and bonds. Damn it, Naruto said, he was losing too much blood. Sasuke was beginning to dodge the attacks better. He is seeing something, that can't be, Haku though. Sasuke was beginning to breath a bit heavily. His eyes were turning red. Incredible, to awaken his Kekkei Genkai in this state, Haku thought. However I must end it here, Haku said. He threw a barrage on senbons towards Naruto. Sasuke saw this and rushed over towards Naruto. Naruto woke up and saw Sasuke, then realized something, blood. What are you looking at me like that, Dobi? Sasuke said weakly. Sasuke. Why? Naruto said. I hated you, you know. But now, I can't accomplish it. My goal, to kill that man, my brother, he is still out there, Sasuke said as he closed his eyes. Is this the first time you see a comrade die? You shouldn't be sad, he died defending you, that is the way of the ninja, Haku said. Shut up, Naruto growled. This is our lot in this life, we will all die. It is a shame someone like him had to die so young, Haku said. I will kill you, Naruto said as his body begun to glow, a black and dark orange aura begun swirling around him. He put Sasuke's body far away from him. What is this? Is chill I am feeling, the air is being sucked from my lungs, my legs won't budge, Haku thought as he saw the body glowing in a dark sphere. Roaar. Naruto roared as the ball of energy exploded and broke all of Haku's mirrors and dissipated the mist. Naruto's body was different, he looked like Dante looked when Devil triggered, except he was black and orange. Save the top. It was bright yellow, the sword he held in his hand forced edge then cracked open revealing the sword of the legendary Dark Knight. The Sparta. Agni, brother, is that? Rudra said. Yes, it is, Master Naruto, achieved Devil Trigger, and in such an emotional state, Agni said. Naruto growled and charged towards Haku. Da. Naruto roared. Haku dodged. However, an ethereal arm appeared and grabbed Haku. I am sick of your bullshit. Naruto spoke in a demonic tone and he pummeled Haku to the floor brutally and mercilessly. Busa and Kakashi stopped and looked to see the sight. Sakura then saw them, the thing fighting Haku. Her legs trembled and gave away from the insane bloodlust the thing was generating. Naruto used his devil bringer to bring Haku close to him, he then punched him in the face, an audible crack could be heard. Zabusa could barely stand. Kakashi wanted to move, but found himself unable to, the bloodlust, the anger. The sheer power. Kakashi felt like if he stepped an inch closer he might die. Naruto then cocked his fist and with the devil bringer he punched Haku with both the dev. Bringer and the ethereal hand that accompanied it. Haku was sent flying and was covered in a dust cloud. Naruto walked slowly. Haku's legs could only hold him for so long. I am sorry Zabusa. I lost, Haku said as his mask begun to break. Naruto then charged with the Sparta in order to kill him and then stopped. You are the person I meet in the forest, why? Naruto asked in a demonic tone. Think how Nero talks in DT mode. I killed your friend, won't you kill me too? Haku said. Naruto punched him with his normal hand. What happened to all the power you had? Is this all you were able to do? Haku said. Don't push it. I made a promise to someone not to kill you. Naruto said. Who would ask you such a thing? Haku said. One of your ancestors. Don't ask, Naruto said. Well, we are gonna be at odds here. I want you to kill me, Haku said. What? Why? Naruto said. I lost, there is nothing more I can do. Zabusa has no use for a broken tool, Haku said. I see. And go back in my bow, Naruto said as he put the Sparta on his back. Kakashi and Zabusa resumed fighting. I won't write about the trapping Zabusa with the dogs. Now you die, Kakashi said as he charged with his sole original technique. Zabusa. Haku said as he came between him and the attack. Haku. Naruto said as he used his devil bringer on him. The arm grabbed Haku right before Kakashi could skewer him and pulled him away. Naruto devil trigger then ended and was normal. Once more, his sword the Sparta returned to its sealed form force edge. Sasuke, Naruto said as he walked towards him. Zabusa, Haku said as he walked towards his body. Haku then fell to the floor exhausted and bruised. Naruto picked Sasuke from the floor. Don't worry. I didn't kill him. I put him in a death-like trance. He is alive, Haku said. Thank you, Naruto said. Just, what are you? Haku asked. I am a devil, Naruto said. Well, it seems that even the demon of the mist was no match for the little tykes in here, said a short pudgy man. Getu. Haku said as he coughed up some blood. I was expecting better, then again. I wasn't planning on letting you live, Getu said. So, I take it you are the one who hired those two to off the old fart. Naruto said. Mehehe, perceptive aren't ya? Getu said. It doesn't take much to see that you pudgy midget, Naruto said. Midget. Getu yelled indignantly. I am too tired to deal with you, but I will let one of my friends do it for me, Naruto said. He took out Lucifer from his back and put it on the floor. Come on Burial, you wanted to be let out once in a while. So go ahead and take the pudgy midget and his little friends out to play, Naruto said as Lucifer glowed bright. A giant monster appeared, it had 4 legs and a set of arms. A sword covered in fire as was his legs and his back, his image was truly frightening. Many of the people who came to kill were pissing their pants. Humans. Fear the power of the demon Berial. Shouted said demon as he annihilated all the goons of Gatu. Burial then retreated to become once more the devil arm Lucifer. That was all I could do for now. Well, you asked about your ancestor, right? Naruto said to Haku. Haku nodded. Cerberus, deal with the fugly in there, Naruto said as he used his demonic power to bring Cerberus to life. Cerberus howled as his other two heads licked themselves clean. He turned and saw Haku. How are you? Is nice to see my descendant has been well taken care of, one of the heads said. Haku had the decency to pass out. Well, so much for a family reunion, Naruto said. Cerberus lowered himself and allowed Naruto up. Cerberus walked towards Zabuza and placed golden stone next to him. Why are you giving me this? Where I am going, there is no use for this, Zabuza said as he spurted more blood. Don't worry, just let yourself go, don't worry, Naruto said. Then they turned to Gatu. Hey Gatu, wow, I couldn't thought that you would look any smaller, but here it is, Naruto said on top of Cerberus. Why, wait, I will give you anything you want, money, power. Gatu said. Why would I want that? I can get all that by myself, sorry shorty. But it's time for you to die, Naruto said. Cerberus, please, Naruto said. Cerberus howled and a blizzard accompanied it. Gatu was flash frozen. Gatu was trapped inside an ice formation. Then Cerberus stepped on it and cracked. Many particles of red stone appeared and Naruto collected them. And that's the end of the evil one, Naruto said on top of Cerberus. He then grabbed Haku and put it on his back as he appeared towards the old man and his teammates. Hey guys, you like my puppy? Naruto asked as he appeared on top of Cerberus. Kakashi's visible eye was twitching. Sakura looked all the way up to see Naruto on top of Cerberus. She fainted. That was not quite the reaction I was hoping for. I was expecting something like, OMG, what is that thing, or Naruto, get your ass out of there right now. Naruto said. That's it for today, I will stop here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you please consider subscribe and make sure to hit that like button, share with your friends, and don't forget to check out author of this story. Details in description.